Hey everyone, welcome to Laura's View and Tarot 2. It is almost time for our monthly meditation. I thought I would start this video a little early, this recording a little early, because I mentioned in the chat comments just a minute ago that both cats were giving their seal of approval to today's topic. Allie is perched over here. Now she's moved to the chair that's sitting at the side of the tarot table. And I kept hearing Nova. I thought she was under my chair. Let me show you where she's at. You may be able to see in that top drawer there that I had open at one time, there's little eyes peeking out. I could hear the purring. She's watching from the vantage point of that little handle area. So we have both cats are helping me with video today. And this month she didn't chew the mouse cord. So at the last minute, I was scrambling to plug in a new mouse. She's just participating with a purr. So she's learning. She's learning. I want to thank my moderator, Julie, for being here. I haven't seen Tess yet, but she always shows up with her singing bowls, so those are great. I see my friend Steve is here, and other names I'm seeing are Juanita, and let's see. Oh, Melody's here, Bets is here, Terry's here, Wendy's here. So we have currently we have 49 people watching. Just to let you know, the reason I haven't officially started is because it's not yet 2 o'clock. But I did start the video a little early so that Nova could make a little quasi appearance and I could show you where she was at without interrupting the flow of the meditation itself. So yeah, I heard that purring. I was afraid to move the chair. I thought she was under me. She was behind and letting us know she loves us with her purr. It's pretty loud. Hey, Yvette, then I'm glad you're here for a live. Good job. Remember, guys, if you don't make it for the live or you check in late or something, the universe doesn't recognize time as we do. So that's why I record these as we do them. And you can go back at a later date and watch, and just simply using your powers of manifestation and intention, you can say, I'm watching this now, months later, weeks later, days later, hours later, whatever it is, but I'd like to send my energy, my participation energy back to the live. So that way, even though right now in the upper corner, I'm seeing that we've got some thumbs up and over 50 people here right now. There could actually be many, many more, not because of YouTube shenanigans, but because of your power to send your energy where and when you want to send it. And that's something to really think about. You know, recently I've been sending energy back to periods in my life where I wasn't on the right path. And there were things or people or events that I should have handled more prayerfully. Well, I'm sending that energy back to that. Now I can't change the event, but it's covered in prayer. And later, as I lived through those events, I would think, oh, okay, I know I was being watched over. Well, now I know that those events, there's also been prayer involved, even though there wasn't at the time that it happened. So we've got a lot of powers that we need to learn. And there's been a very real effort to keep us from knowing things like this, knowing our powers of revoking consent or welcomes or sending our energy to a time, even though the event doesn't change us, so that it's encapsulated in some love and light. And with that, we'll go ahead and start this month's meditation. If you are a first-time watcher, you're going to say, why is she talking so much and when does the meditation start? So I want to let you know that one of the reasons why it can be dangerous to have large group meditations is because in the past people did not know to protect their energy, their meditative energy, and their personal energy. So we do a lot of this meditation, which should last no more than 30 minutes. It's going to be in setting up those protections so you can participate with peace of mind, knowing that forever, in perpetuity, the intentions and the energy you donated today are going to be on the subject and items that you chose to give it to. So there will be no hijacking or changing our energy or using it in any other way other than our intention. And that's why it's important to do some setup of our energy. So let's get started on that. First of all, we know that negative energy, that evil, has to in some way inform us of their intentions. And I would like to follow that same rule in reverse and let you know if you are sending any negative energy to this meditation or anyone that is meditating, if you if there's anything that's not positive that's being contributed to this, we are going to accept that energy, but not for your purposes. We're going to gather it up. We're going to send it to Central Source to be purified, transmuted, and used for positive light-filled purposes according to our loving Creator's decision. So if you remain, and you're welcome to remain, we do accept your gift of negative energy, but it's not going to go in the form or fashion that you were planning. Okay? So those of us are here. We've got more than 70. We only need 20 to change reality, to change the world. I'm inviting anybody who is of free will wanting to do this. Let's take a second and picture any negative energy that's been sent to us, sent to our meditation, sent to our topic, or any negative energy that is in us, on us, attached to us, surrounding us, or intended for us. Any and all of those possibilities for negativity to attach and impact what we're doing. Let's take a second, gift wrap it, and let's send it as a package to Central Source to be purified. Okay? So I'm picturing a beautiful little gift box, but it's getting some gray sand in it. And I'm capping it, and I'm wrapping it, and I'm going to give it a little toss because it's not that heavy. And as it goes towards Central Source, it sparkles, it's holographic, it's beautiful. And our loving Creator is going to take care of that negative energy for us. Okay, so we've kind of cleared the energy around us a little bit. Let's protect ourselves now and our energy. First, for ourselves, our intention is that anyone who is of free will and positively participating in this meditation at any time, that their energy be absolutely directed in the form and way that they wish, because there's things here, if you hear an intention you might not want to participate in, that's fine, but that their energy will never be changed, transmuted, hijacked, or used for any other purposes. That the energy we're giving is going out in eternity, but always on the path we send it on. Now, for those of us participating, before, during, and even beyond this meditation, we want and claim divine protection of ourselves and our intentions. No weapon formed against us is going to have any effect. You should be starting to feel some goosebumps. I do goosebump checks. So we are protected. Our energy is protected. Our intention is protected. Okay, we've gathered up anything negative, sent it off to Source, giving it no more energy. It's been dealt with and taken care of. Okay, well, let's keep going. All right. Now let's get our physical bodies, which are what is participating in this meditation. Let's get ourselves as ready as we can to have our meditation. Now remember, as far as I'm concerned, meditation is simply focused thought. At its core, that's what it is. But thoughts are energy, and energy is powerful and creative. So we're going to set ourselves up to have the most effective, positive, focused thoughts possible. To that end, make sure you're sitting up as straight as you can, because we do have those energetic chakras in our body, and when they're in alignment, the energy flows freer and faster and purer. If you are unable to sit up all the way, I have a dear friend who's very spiritual, has curvature of the spine, and we know she can participate still because our loving Creator has the power to work with a curve if that's what's needed. Okay? So, and maybe her energetic body is much straighter than her physical body. Either way, you can still participate. But since we want to meet halfway as much as we can, sit up as straight as you can. Now, this should not be a stressful or tense experience for anybody, especially since you know that it's your free will that's participating and you can withhold it at any time. If I make a statement that seems, oh, maybe too religious to you or something like that, just withhold your energy for that statement and wait and join in after. As we get back on the track that you feel you're in alignment with. Because with a non-denominational type of gathering, we have lots of different faith paths here, all of them positive, and all of them have value and merit, but they don't always coincide completely, and that's fine. We have some people here that are just with scientific or engineering dispatch, watching and withholding judgment and just viewing. Skeptics, that's fine. You're welcome too. Okay, you don't have to participate because you have free will and it's your choice to do so. But let's do that stress and tense check, and that is with our shoulders. Your shoulders, if you're not stressed, if you're not feeling tense, they should be down. They should be down. So you can, if you want to just check, put them up and then stretch them down. Okay, you'll feel it all along your back as you go. Okay, so you should be sitting up and you just move those shoulders down as far as they'll go. It should feel really good, actually. It does for me when I do that. And that's just okay, there's no reason to be stressful. This isn't going to be that extensive, that lengthy. It's not going to be traumatic. I'm ready to participate or just watch with interest, whatever you choose to do. Okay? But it's always good to do that check on your shoulders because that's kind of our barometer for the whole body. If we can get our shoulders down, we just relax from top to bottom. So we should be fairly relaxed. Now, the other thing we're going to do is we're going to take 3 deep breaths and let them out. And we have a lot of visualizing to do during these breaths. This is, again, getting our physical body ready to participate as perfectly as possible with our spiritual or mental or emotional intentions that are going on here. So you're going to be picturing the 3 breaths coming in as the purest, best air you've ever inhaled in your life, free of any contaminants, anything other than just love and light and just sparkling with just perfection going in. So your first breath out is going to be gathering up anything that wasn't of a similar nature, and we're going to exhale that out. It may be almost the same as far as what you visualize. You may picture a black cloud leaving you. You shouldn't, since we've sent negative energy away. But I usually kind of like a little smoky haze fog comes out the first one. The second one looks almost perfect. Sometimes it is if you're in the right frame of mind. And your third breath out should be as pure coming out as it goes in. Okay. It might be best to try to breathe in through your nose and then out through your mouth. But if that's not possible, just picture it kind of like a valve opening and closing so that the in and the out are very separate. Okay. Breath number 1 in. Hold for a second. If you need to close your eyes to visualize, that's great. And out. All that exhale breath is gone. And what's coming in on our second breath is going to be just fabulous. Just the same, just perfect. Okay. Second breath in. Hold for a second with your shoulders down. Now out. If you can get your abdominal muscles involved so that you really get all the air out, that's great. Let's try for the third breath. It should look as beautiful leaving as it did coming in, and it should feel really wonderful. And again, if you can, use your abdomen to get all that air out. So we're just a beautiful, purified, sanctified vessel. Ready? In and out. Okay. Now, little word of advisory here. This is the meditation. I'll be talking during it. If you want to close your eyes and listen, that's fine. If you want to doodle while we're doing this, that's fine. However you choose to participate is fine. There's times during this I may close my eyes because that does sometimes help me visualize. If you choose to, that's your choice. That's okay too. Okay, there's no really wrong way to go about this. Okay, but since there is a big transition from prep, which included our, protecting our energy and then getting our bodies ready, it's sometimes hard for new people participating to go, oh, okay, this is the meditation. Yeah, it is. Now, our focus this month is on truth. And I want to thank one of my viewers who asked me. Now, she was hoping for the element of truth to be the topic of our meditation, strictly involving the MSM, the mainstream media, and the lies they still tell. It's still very difficult to get truth from our mainstream sources. But I was then doing some thinking and reflecting on how important truth is in general, and how, as I've learned and grown, I've realized so many things that I thought were true aren't, or that when I got down to it, that the concepts and things that I still believe, my core beliefs of what is true, have really distilled down to kind of a very few. Truth is important. So a big part of our meditation today is going to be, yes, about the media, but then we're going to examine truth a little bit for our lives and around us and things like that. So first of all, I want you to visualize the mainstream media, maybe an outlet that it might be best, as we dip into these waters, to picture one that occasionally gets things right. Okay? And you can put the name of that outlet in your meditation, but it might differ from participant to participant, country to country. That's fine. But picture a mainstream outlet that is sometimes getting it right. And let's just picture them just going all in on truth and saying, let the chips fall where they may. From now on, we're not printing it unless, to the best of our knowledge, it is true and accurate, because truth and accuracy go hand in hand. Okay? So I'm going to take a second. I'm going to picture a 3-letter mainstream outlet that I think occasionally gets things right, but not nearly like they should. And I'm going to picture them from top to bottom going whole hog, all in on truth. So be it. Now, for those outlets that have no concern, they're interested in ad revenue, in maybe pleasing their mega corporation overlords, what have you, no interest in truth. Let's picture the success and validity of their path just crumbling under their feet so that they turn towards truth as really the only available option, because we know as our world ascends, that is going to be the reality. Okay? The success of negative and untruth and is just not going to work. So let's picture that happening to all the myriad mainstream outlets that really, like I said, they're more concerned with the narrative and ad revenue and pleasing their corporate owners than coming out with anything true. So that is crumbling under their feet like sand when you're at the ocean edge. And let's picture them turning towards truth, because there's no other option. It's either truth or shut down. Okay, now I'm moving on to our elected representatives. Okay, I am trying, by the way, I'm going to inject a little language lesson in here. I am trying not to use the word government, because the word government implies that we're allowing ourselves to be governed instead of represented. So let's talk about and think about our elected representatives. Okay, think of some that are trying their darndest to work in the light, to do good, to represent the people that voted them in. Let's picture some, 1, 2, if you can think of more, that's fine. I can think of a few that really are trying. Okay, and they're trying against incredible odds to be honest, to be diligent, to be truthful. okay, to not be part of the machinery of the elected establishment. Okay, so let's picture them. Whoever you're picturing, close your eyes, picture them. It's going to be different for different people. And picture them just covered in white protective light. They glow. They're feeling encouraged. Even if they don't know where it's from right now, they're getting goosebumps they can't explain. Okay. And this white light around them is going to last and prevail against any obstacles sent their way so that their path of truth is supported and is perfected and is permanent. Now, just like we did when we started and we were talking about the MSM, let's think about, and this is a much bigger pool. Let's think about those elected or selected, if there's been shenanigans, elected officials who have no desire other than to line their pockets, please their overlords, whoever they may be, or their corporate sponsors, or they've been compromised and just given up. Okay, let's picture the ones that aren't giving good, honest value with integrity to their position. And again, like we did with the corporate media, we're going to picture them standing at the edge of the ocean and the sand is going out under their feet because the shenanigans they engage in or participate in or give their energy to is just coming to nothing. It fails at every turn. And then the only thing left for them is going to be to turn towards the truth or get out of the picture. So picture that big group. It's huge. Of those who seem to have no interest in representing those that they are supposed to represent, in serving, period. Okay? Serving with integrity. And all of their shenanigans and all of their plans and their schemes are failing. Dismal failures at every turn. And the only thing left is to turn to truth or get out of the way. Okay. Well, we've looked at some bigger items, the mainstream media, our elected officials. Let's look a little closer to home. Think about your family and friends and coworkers. Let's put that white light of protection and encouragement and safety that won't fade or wash off or get holes in it. Let's put that energy around those in our friends circle, our family circle, our coworker circle, those we know are trying to lead a good life without harming others, who are truth tellers, who are those we know are part of the truth tribe. You may be fortunate and be able to picture a lot of people. Because of the channel, I definitely can. Okay? But whoever, think of someone but outside yourself. And it may just be our little ones. Because we're grown. We're born into truth and we learn how not to be truthful. Okay? So picture those in your family from the littlest to the oldest, or your co-workers. Think of those you know are part of the truth tribe. In their own way, they're leading a life where they harm no one else. They try to be honest in what they do and what they say and how they live, even if you don't approve of how they live. They're being honest and true to it. Okay? Not everybody's truth is going to appeal to everybody else, and that is okay. But let's get them protected and encouraged on that path, because that's where we're going. Okay, now I've got a crowd of truth tellers. It's almost as big as that congressional hall I was picturing, the ones that weren't in the government or the representatives. elected representatives, and they are just starting to glow from head to toe, inside and out. They're encouraged, they're protected, they're they're going to have that surety of knowing, even though truth isn't always easy, it's right, and they're going to be committed and blessed for that commitment to a path of truth. And then we, we people here in the meditation, whether you're participating now or at a later date and listening to this, or you came back because you found value in it and wanted to spend a few more minutes on this topic, let's picture ourselves, okay, at our best, most honest, most authentic, most truthful. Okay. And yeah, we don't always hit the mark, and we're not going to hit the mark 24/7. Okay. But think about the things about yourself, the times your commitment to truth shines through. You speak your truth and you live your truth. Okay. Think about those times and ways that you do it. And let's just bless that. Okay. Let's let that be protected and sanctified and feel that same encouragement, because that's going to make you extended, if it needs to be, into other situations and other times, so that truth and you are synonyms. Okay. Not saying some people are there already. Okay. Some people are headed that way. I'm headed that way. I'm trying. Okay. But let's honor our efforts in a world that seems to reward deceit and dishonesty. Let's honor the times that we have chosen to be truthful, and we have stood up for what we know to be true, or just quietly spoken our truth, whether it was a medical protocol you said no thank you to, a faith path that you realized wasn't right for you, a career path that you said no to, an obligation that you made, a commitment to that you fulfilled even though it wasn't easy. You ate beans so you could pay them because you promised you'd pay them, whatever it was, that was truth. So picture yourself, put a smile on your face, pat yourself on the back. And every time and every instance that you have chosen truth, you are glowing with white light and pure love for those instances. And may they merge and blend and grow to where you and truth again are a perfect synonym. Okay. Well, that's what I had to share with you. The visualizations I thought might help us to celebrate and manifest more truth in ourselves, our family groups, our situations, our communities, our um, elected officials, and even crying out for it from those that are supposed to be giving us truthful information, mainstream sources, because we want to celebrate every instance of truth. We want to encourage every instance of truth. And we want to say, I consent to live in a world where truth is a surety, is a constant, is just as available as oxygen to breathe. We deserve it. Okay. Well, at this point in my meditations, I'm going to say this. I thank you very much for being part of this meditation. I hope you found value in it. I'm glad you took some time out of your day or evening, depending on your time zone, to participate with us. Very much do I want to thank you, and I want to send you love and light and wish you all things bright. Now, I'm going to keep the recording going for a couple minutes, because I can see over here in the chats, it kind of showing up in my eyes here. There are people that are adding comments or wishing love and light to those around them. So you have a minute to finish up those comments before this recording will end. Okay. Now, if I do end the recording and you were typing or hadn't quite figured out what you wanted to say in the live stream chat, which is being recorded, but it doesn't show up right away when this goes live. I've taken the last couple meditations, I have taken all monetization away because YouTube was inserting ads and what have you. So hopefully, and that was putting a delay on things like the chat showing up in conjunction with the meditation. So hopefully, and I wanted this to truly be something that I offer and give, that I don't make a financial gain from it. I get an emotional or a spiritual one, and that's fine. That's enough. So if you're new and you wanted to look back or see where your comment landed after you typed it, it may be a while before it shows up once this goes from being a live stream to a recorded live stream that you can view later. Okay. I also have a 1-second chat delay over here as I set this up. I do this every time so that the chat doesn't go too terribly fast, but I also didn't want a huge delay. So that's why I'm kind of talking on here for a minute and letting people finish their typing. If I cut it off before you're done, you can, and you feel free to, or if there was an intention that you wanted to have people provide energy to, if they so choose, freely chose, you can put that in the comments that will be under the recorded live stream on the live tab. We do go back and read those. Okay? And since our meditation is, for the most part, done here, I do want to mention one need that I am aware of. We have a subscriber whose sister had a very serious surgery, and there's been some complications, including, but not limited to, a UTI and pneumonia, and they're still in the hospital, which scares me in today's modern medical big pharma paradigm. So if you could send some energy to Debbie's sister, I'd appreciate it. I think I got her name right, and it doesn't matter. The universe knows who her sister is and what the situation is. So if you would like to send a little energy there, I'm just hoping that what's landing is healing energy, and if not healing, or in conjunction with comforting energy. Okay, so that is a need I'm very much aware of. I want to very much thank my moderators, Julie and Tess, and everybody that participated here. Okay, now I'm going to count down from 10. I'm laughing because that hasn't always worked out. I'll choose a number and start counting down, and then I get off on a mental tangent and I forget a number. So you would think that I'm fairly intelligent and I can count down from 10, but I have proven on recorded video that that's not always going to happen. I'm going to try without making a mistake to count down from 10, and then at that point I'll be ending the recording. Okay, so if you're typing something, go ahead, finish typing it. If it doesn't go up because I've counted down from 10, cut and paste it and put it in the comments. Okay, so we don't miss out on it. All right, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bye, everyone. We'll do this again next month with a different topic. Love you.